Okay, hey guys. So this is Will back again. I guess this might be the first video on my Baby Will Does Crazy Talk YouTube channel, or I might put it on my Baby Will Does Things channel. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk about for maybe 15 minutes about the whole thing that went down as far as the whole Hopkins Medicine DEI chief resigning after people got mad of comments that she made about white privilege. I'm like, basically, it said identified white people, heterosexuals, men, cisgender people, and Christians, among others, as privileged subgroups. And it was like, and then Maryland's only Republican member of Congress was gonna be like in a news release that Golden's memo was racist, and they called for termination. Right? The thing is, what she posted on there was John Hopkins just sent out this hit list of people automatically guilty of privilege, whether they know it or not. Males, whites, Christian, mid-aged people, able-bodied people, middle and owning class, English-speaking people. I mean, like, they were like, oh yeah, that's racially charged and shit. I'm like, I mean, it's reasonable for what she said, because she's not wrong. Especially if they're all of those things at the same time. It still makes sense, right? Like, technically, all of those people do have privilege. Okay, like, most of the white people that I, like, talk to probably wouldn't, like, agree with that, because they're stuck up their own behinds. But, I mean, there's, like, one person in my whole entire life that I know would admit to it. But, like, there's a lot of people that won't. And I do believe, to a certain extent, that that they're just, like, it's racist and other things. I'm like, it's not racist. It's facts right now. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, you don't, like, see them, like, running around.
What are we doing?
Jeez.
Am I all up in your business? Yes.
No. Yeah. I have, like, 3 different YouTube channels, and I saw the news yesterday, and I decided to record a video about the whole thing with the Hopkins thing. Like, what? Yeah, because I saw that on the news, and I was just like, that's not even right. Like, first of all, she's not wrong. I'm like, I don't know.
So you're trying to right a wrong.
Yeah.
Give me a piece of paper.
Like, but like as I was saying, I'm like, they straight up reprimanded her. I don't know how long it's been recorded. I gotta keep track. They straight up reprimanded her. I'm like,
find the stapler.
What?
I think it's on the front, and then bring it to
because
me.
I mean, she's not wrong. Like, you don't see any people in those groups like sitting here. You don't see any people in these groups, like, sitting here working and stuff. Like, it says, the email demonstrates a lack of commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. It fails to recognize the need for us to address inequalities. What is the definition of address inequalities? Because I'm pretty sure the message that she sent out to all the staff there was pretty much talking about the inequalities. Because talking about all the privileged groups, that's technically inequality, because the rest of the groups that aren't mentioned in there are not privileged. So how's it not talking about inequality? Like, seriously. Who will remain employed at Johns Hopkins University, issued an apology. The intent of the newsletter is to inform and support an inclusive community at Hopkins, but the language of this definition clearly did not meet that goal. In fact, it was because it was overly simplistic and poorly worded. It had the opposite effect of being exclusionary and hurtful to members of our community. Yeah, you know, that apology is fake as fuck, okay? We all know she was forced to make that apology. Because ain't no way any of us going back down and say, oh yeah, that's right, the white people aren't privileged. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Like, I even know white people that's like, I'm willing to admit that they that they're privileged, right? So I don't think the apology was actually real, to be honest. 2 petitions were started in support of Golden, and staff association, the Black Faculty and Staff Association of Johns Hopkins sent a letter to the president of Johns Hopkins that her departure leaves a significant void within our institution. The institution unjustly disavowed and repudiated her for the very work she had been tasked to do. We cannot overstate the impact of her departure of our institution and the communities we serve. Like, exactly. Like, basically, it's her job to talk about the inequalities in the public and in schools and stuff. And they're sitting here being like, oh yeah, but she's so wrong, and then straight up fire her. Like, you're essentially getting rid of the reason why she was even there in the first place. Like, don't make up, like, I'm serious, like, not to be completely rude or anything, but don't fucking make up a department or a program and then get mad when the person actually tries to do something that is the purpose of that is the purpose of that of that program or that department of your, like, college. Like, don't get mad about it.
No.
Like, seriously. If you were gonna sit there and just go backtrack on what you said, then you, like, seriously, I'm just saying this not to be mean or anything, but I'm just, like, truthfully, I feel like people just need to bring their heads out of their asses, shut up, go sit in the corner and think about things, okay? Because obviously they do not have any sense of mind whatsoever to what they're doing. They don't, because there's no way that any of this will come out like that. If they were thinking about it, then they're like, yeah, it might have come out a little bit wrong, but the purpose of the statement is still there. Because at this point, they're basically just overreacting at this point, right? So, yeah, that's basically all I got to say on this for now. I guess I'll see you in the next video, whatever.